Hi, welcome to SBR Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing college bowls right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com. Right now we're going to need his experienced expertise to analyze the East Carolina-Florida Bowl, kind of a classic bowl situation. Joe Duffy, thanks for being back with us.
Oh, thank you for having me.
All right, Joe, before we get your analysis of East Carolina, Florida, I'm sure you've seen this kind of bowl before in your handicapping career. Tell us a little bit about that handicapping career, right? 27 years of success, is that right?
27 years professionally full-time. In reality, I started while I was in college working for Dial Sports, which the old-timers will remember the old 976 score phone days, and now even you youngsters, it's the father company of the sports network wire service, sportsnetwork.com, which is a big American sports site, et cetera. But yeah, I've been doing this a long time, but full-time for more than 27 years.
Okay, that sounds great, Joe. Well, the Birmingham Bowl, I didn't see any sponsor for this one, so I guess it's just Birmingham. Birmingham, Alabama, beautiful city, right? Birmingham, Alabama, lots of historical places, wonderful dining, great restaurants, lots of great shopping, and, parks for the kids to hang out. Just a wonderful city, right, Joe?
It is. It's been a while since I've been there, but I have been there a couple times. It is a very cool city where you got kind of the older sections and then a newer section, very iconoclastic.
All right, yeah. If you want to take a trip to a random United States town in the near future, Birmingham, Alabama is what I recommend. All right. East Carolina and Florida, classic bowl situation here, right? Florida, super down year in the SEC, and East Carolina. Actually, East Carolina was not one of these, giant slayers, though. They were actually 1-7 against the spread over their final 8 games. Now they're getting 6.5 points, and the total is 56, 56.5, or 57. Question, as usual, is just how much of a talent edge does Florida actually have, and how much does their motivational factor hinder them or maybe help them? Of course, they don't have. Will Muschamp is gone. I don't know. Do you like East Carolina plus 6.5 here?
I like the over here. Now,
okay.
East Carolina, it's interesting you say they haven't been a giant slayer, but in reality of the non-Power 5 teams, only BYU has more wins over the past 2 years than the Pirates do, where East Carolina has 5 straight-up wins to power conference teams, and that's pretty impressive. Reason I do like the overlook, we know that ECU, they like to pass the ball. Ruffin McNeil's always been one of those guys that has it wide open at times. He's tried to, maybe throw teams off guard, and he's not as predictable where he doesn't always go with that up-tempo game, but they're still pretty much a high-powered team. They rank 5th in the FBS, averaging 532 yards per game, but I do think that their new interim head coach, DJ Durkin for Florida, he's going to be influenced. Look, McElvain, the new coach, he wants to take a look at some of the young quarterbacks that they have, and I do think that Florida's going to do that. And look, the reason that Florida has not been that successful was because they were a little bit too conservative under Will Muschamp. So I think, you're an interim head coach. What do you have to lose? And, he may kind of be auditioning for a job under Jim McElvain, who's the new coach of Florida. And look, don't kid yourself. Although McElvain's not coaching in this game, he certainly has some influence. So they're going from a very defensive-oriented coach to an offensive-oriented coach. I think Florida's going to be as aggressive as they've been since the Urban Meyer era. That's more than fine with East Carolina, who likes to get in track meets. And I think this will be quite the high-scoring game. And look, Florida's got a lot more talent on offense than they've shown. I think you're going to see it here. This is going to be a pretty high-scoring game.
Yeah, that's actually was my first thought. Right now, 56, a widely available number. My only concern is that, is Florida going to bring an SEC defense that's going to be able to just shut down East Carolina, more than they've been shut, more than anyone else has been able to?
It's certainly a possibility, but like I said, that when you handicap games, it's a lot more about pace than it is offensive or defensive competence. We know that ECU likes to snap the ball, and I think that Florida, because of the coaching change and the transition, like I said, they haven't made the complete. It's not like McElvain's going to be calling the plays or be on the sidelines, but I do think that Florida is going to be so much more aggressive on offense than they've been in the past couple of years. But yeah, there is no question. Florida, the reason that Muschamp lost his job isn't because of a lack of a defense. Florida's got some talent on defense, but they also played a little bit more conservative style, and I think you're going to see things really open up.
All right, well, it's a standard total, 56. Joe Duffy like an over in East Carolina, Florida. Thanks, Joe.
The SBR Network offers free sports picks and game breakdowns. Big money free betting contests year-round. a real-time Vegas-style odds monitoring service, and much more. So come see for yourself. To stay updated on SBR news and promotions, follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Google+, and do be sure to subscribe to the Sportsbook Review YouTube channel to catch all our daily sports shows.